So I think a lot of people might be turned away from making videos because they feel that they don't have good enough gear to make high quality videos. People always ask me what camera I use to film, but they don't seem to realize that they probably have a great camera right in their pockets with their smartphones. And even if they don't, believe it or not, there are some decent options out there available for less than $100. So in this video, I will compare my camera, which with the lens and adapter cost about $1,700, to 4 other cameras, going all the way down to just $8. Okay, so here we have the first competitor. The cheapest camera we have is the Kodak ZI6. A pocket camera that came out in 2008. Yes, that means this camera is over 10 years old, and I recently picked this up on eBay for just $8. Now, I have a sweet spot in my heart for this camera because it was the first video camera I ever owned, and I actually filmed my first YouTube videos on my old channel with this camera.
Hey YouTube, today I'm gonna be showing you my top 10 favorite Android games.
Don't ask me how this got over 200,000 views. The ZI6 shoots video in 720p at up to 60 frames per second. Pretty outdated by today's standards, but hey, you're getting HD videos for less than $10. You'll see one switch on the left side that enables macro mode, which is surprisingly really impressive. But other than that, you don't have any settings to adjust, but you do have one of the coolest features that I really think should make a comeback to all modern cameras. Next up, the Canon ELPH 300HS. This was a very popular pocket camera when it came out in 2011, and you can pick one up used on eBay for about $50. I'm a huge fan of this camera. It's small, it's well built, all aluminum, and the video quality out of it is very impressive. The wide angle lens, along with its pretty solid autofocus, makes it great for any vloggers looking for a cheap camera. It shoots in 1080p at 30 frames per second, it has a 5x optical zoom, and you even get a little bit of manual settings to work with. This is probably the best bang for your buck as far as budget cameras go. And then we have the camera that I think most people already have, the smartphone camera. I know I'm a tech reviewer and all, but I'm still rocking the iPhone 7 that came out 3 years ago. I tried the iPhone 10 when it came out, I didn't like it and went back to the 7, but that's besides the point. The point is that most recent smartphones that came out in the last 3 to 5 years have pretty decent video cameras packed in. You can buy a used iPhone 7 from Swappa for less than $200. Heck, even an iPhone 6s for around $100, and both of those will get you 4K video quality. Not to mention that this is probably the best slow motion camera period you'll find for this price, shooting 1080p at 120 frames per second and 720p at 240 frames per second. I'm not a huge fan of the colors. It tends to be a little contrasty and slightly oversaturated, and you can't really adjust the settings too well. I almost actually prefer the ELPH 300HS, but it's the camera most people already have, and it's not even predominantly meant to be a camera in the first place, so I'm not complaining. Coming in at about $500, we have the Canon G7X Mark II, one of the most popular vlogging cameras of all time. I kind of consider this thing a DSLR packed into a pocket camera body. It's really that good. It shoots 1080p at up to 60 frames per second. It has a 4.2x optical zoom and a flip-up display. I mean, what more can you really ask for? It basically has the same menu as what you would get with Canon's full-size DSLRs, something like the Canon 80D, so you get full manual controls and are really able to get your shots just how you want them. Honestly, if it were my choice between this and the Canon 80D, I'd probably go with this because it's about 95% as good quality, but you get that pocket-sized form factor too. And then we have the Sony A6400, and in this test I'm using it with my Sigma MC11 adapter and my Sigma 18-35 f1.8 lens. I consider this to be one of the best mid-range 4K cameras out there. It has incredible autofocus, a nice small form factor, and tons of settings and controls to mess with, perfect for more professional filmmakers. It does have its downsides. The non-flip out display is really annoying, the battery life isn't all that great, and the menu system can be a little wacky and confusing, but actual video quality wise, it would be hard to find a better camera body for $900. So which one do you think is the best value on this list? Personally, the one that impresses me the most is the 8-year-old ELPH 300HS. I mean, for $50, this is one awesome camera. But I think it's also important not to overlook the power of the smartphone camera. Hopefully this video allowed you to see that there are plenty of solid options no matter what your budget is, and you don't need to spend nearly $2,000 or even $200 to get high quality video. Hope you all enjoyed. All these cameras I talked about will have links in the description below, so make sure to check those out if you're interested. If you like this video, make sure to leave a thumbs up down below. I'd really appreciate it, and I'll catch you guys in my next video.